and it's so nice to have it right there.
We are now live streaming, so I think we will get started. This is the Appropriations and Financial Affairs Committee of the Maine Legislature, and we are here to do a work session on a number of bills that were proposed to our committee this session for funding through bond issuance. And I'm going to say a little bit more about our process in a minute, but I thought we should probably start with introductions. We do have a quorum. There might be more people. I've heard from Representative Arata, Representative Cloutier, both have work sessions elsewhere, so they're going to pop in as they're available. And of course, my co-chair is away, so if we could start with introductions, Representative Fay.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm Jessica Fay. I represent House District 66, which is parts of the towns of Casco, Poland, and Raymond.
Representative Ducharme, good morning.
Good morning, Representative Jack Ducharme, representing House District 111, Madison, Norwich Walk, and Solon.
And Representative Cardone.
Hello, I'm Barbara Cardone. I represent House District 127, part of Bangor.
Representative Millett.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, everyone. Solon Millett, House District 76, including the citizens of Norway, Sweden, Waterford, and West Paris.
Representative Hymanson.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Patty Hymanson, representing House District 4, which is parts of York, Wells, Sanford, and all of Ogunquit.
And I see Senator Davis sort of trying to get on. Senator Davis, your camera is not on. Are you available to say good morning? And you're also on mute. Why don't I go to Senator Bailey?
Try that again. Okay, can I try it again? I'm Paul Davis. I represent Senate District 4, all of Piscataquis and parts of Somerset and Penobscot, and they're working on getting my camera fixed now.
Terrific. Thank you. And Senator Bailey.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm Donna Bailey. I represent Senate District 31, which is Old Orchard Beach, Saco, Hollis, Leamington, and part of Buxton.
Great. And we are assisted by our wonderful staff in OFPR, our analyst, Maureen Dawson, and our clerk, Judith Hannum. And Judith has shown her face, which makes me think maybe she has something she needs to tell me. No. Okay, she's saying
no. I was going to tell you that Mandy is working with people getting them logged on, but we're doing good.
All right, great. We are working today to, I would call this kind of a housekeeping kind of a session, in that several of the bills that some of our colleagues and even some of us put in for funding through issuing bonds for this session were funded either through the budget, through an appropriation, or through LD 1733, through an allocation of money through the American Rescue Plan Act, also known as ARPA. So we thought, since we need to empty our workload, we need to sort of dispense with some of the bills, and Maureen, being the awesome analyst that she is always keeping us on task. We need to basically, for lack of a better word, dispense with or dispatch or kill these bills. And that's because they have been addressed through the budget process or through the ARPA bill. And I just want to say to the folks who might be listening who have not actually received their ARPA money yet, obviously, if you got money through the budget, through LD 221, then that's an appropriation of general fund money. That is a pretty straight line. If you were awarded money through, if you allocated money through ARPA, which is LD 1733, there is a two-step process that is underway. And you may not have finished that process yet, but I have heard from the DAF's commissioner in prior meetings, and I spoke with her literally this morning to make sure I could say this on air, and she assured me that I could, that every entity or party who was allocated money through LD 1733 has been deemed eligible for that money. So even though the process of, there's a two-step process to put in your business case, sort of state what you're going to use the money for. There's a step 1 and a step 2 before the money gets dispersed. And DAFS has hired a third-party consultant that is conducting that process. The third-party consultant is actually doing this for several states with ARPA money. And I think that, I mean, for me, what I see is the administration being very, very careful about how this money gets allocated and dispersed, is that this was an enormous amount of money that came with federal parameters. And they really want to be super careful that as they disperse this money, it's done to the letter and the spirit of the federal regulation, so that there's no time in the future when somebody says, oh, that was a mistake and we need that money back. So they're being very, very deliberate and very thorough on the front end, making sure that everything qualifies and that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, so that when the money goes out, everybody can be assured that that's where it was supposed to go and that it fits all the federal regulations. So I hope that gives some comfort to folks who are still waiting. So I noticed that a couple other people have joined us. So Representative Corey, good to see you. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Good morning, I'm Patrick Corey. I represent part of Wyndham in House District 25. Thanks.
Thank you. Representative Martin.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm a little late, but couldn't find the connection. John Martin, House District 151, northwestern Aroostook County.
Great. Oh, all right. There's Senator Davis's face. Terrific. Good to see you.
Morning.
Good morning. All right. So basically what we need is we're going to make motions to ought not to pass on all of these bills that were on our work session list. And unfortunately, I don't have the list in front of me. I can probably pull it up. Maybe Maureen could email it to me. Thank you, Maureen. And so I wonder if there are folks who would be willing to make motions and second them. And then also if the vote, let me make sure I understand this. If we have a divided, well, I'm going to have Maureen just explain, or Judith just explain what we need to vote, since we're voting remotely today. So if one of them can come on and just refresh us.
Judith, do you want to let them know how that works while I email the list to Senator Breen?
Yes. If you're going to vote unanimously, that's great. My concern is if you're going to raise your hands, don't just raise your hand and bring them down fast, because I have to mark them down. And for the people that aren't here, they have 48 hours to come in and sign that they're voting.
Or they can do it through the presiding officer.
Correct. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. So I think what I heard Judith say, this is actually, I think, Judith's first work session. So let's make sure we leave our hands up. Now, the thing is, Judith, the computer is what actually turns our hands off sometimes. No, that's not true.
Unless you raise them.
Okay, so let's raise our hands. Let's practice. Let's practice raising our hands. In the chats. Actually, yeah, Representative Cardone has it. Senator Bailey has her hand. So we can do them electronically, or we can do
Yes.
we can do our actual hands.
Yeah.
Just bear in mind that the public watching YouTube, I don't think they can see the electronic hands up. So if there is a divided report, you might want to mention who.
Okay.
Because it would be confusing to the people watching.
Okay.
And actually to the people listening.
Let me go to my email now and get that from Maureen. Okay, we're actually, I'm not gonna work, we're not gonna do 181 today, but all the others we're gonna do that are in green. All right, so I will announce the bill. And then is there somebody who would be willing to move ought not to pass and second, and we can just kind of, all right, I think Senator Davis will move ought not to pass. Senator Martin will second, and then we'll vote. I'll ask for discussion, of course.
At your discretion, if you believe that they're unanimous, you could make one motion for all of them with the caveat that if anybody wants, you can list them all ahead of time. And if anybody wants any of those removed from the one vote, they could do so. Either way, it is at your discretion.
That feels a little too fancy to me, but I'm getting thumbs up from some people.
It's very clear to do it the way that you have suggested. So that's
It is fancy.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with the old fashioned one by one. So the first one we have is LD 3.
Madam Chair, I move ought not to pass.
I second that motion.
Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? So leave your hand up.
I have it. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I have to go back to my, this is, okay. LD 50.
Madam Chair, I would move ought not to pass.
Second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
I have it. Thank you.
Thank you. LD 75.
Madam Chair, I would move ought not to pass.
And I would second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Thank you.
We'll move on now to LD 175.
Madam Chair, I would move ought not to pass.
And I would second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Representative Ducharme, thank you.
Thank you very much. I have a question. What happened to 169?
We're not going to work that one today.
Okay.
And we're going to skip over 181 and we're going to go to 370, LD 370.
Madam Chair, I would move out not to pass.
And I would second that motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is LD 687.
Madam Chair, I would move out not to pass.
And I would second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is LD 702.
Madam Chair, I would move out not to pass.
And Madam Chair, I'd second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is LD 983.
Madam Chair, I would move out not to pass.
And Madam Chair, I would second that motion.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Thank you. I have a question. What
Sure.
happened to 783? Oh, sorry. That's what we just did. What happened to 969?
We're not going to work that one today.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, for those that have been advertised for a work session that you're not going to work, I think you would need a motion to table.
Oh, okay. So can
You
we,
can do that- you can do that at the end.
okay. 181 is the only one I think that we advertise that we're not going to do. So did we just do 983?
Yes.
Great. Oh, Representative Cloutier is here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair. I am Kristen Cloutier, and I represent House District 60, which is part of my hometown of Lewiston. And I'm sorry I'm late. I was in a work session for one of my own bills.
Welcome. So LD 1094 would be next.
Madam Chair, I would move out not to pass.
Madam Chair, I'd second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Thank you.
We're going to go to LD 1526.
Madam Chair, I would again move out not to pass.
Madam Chair, I'd second that motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Thank you.
All right, we're going to skip over 1647. Hang on, let me just. I only have one page, Maureen. So does that mean we're finished except for 181?
That's what I get.
Yes, and I believe it was more than 181 that was advertised for a work session. I'm going to ask Judith to look at the work session list and tell us which ones were not voted on, that were skipped.
I have 169, 181, 969, 1086, 1647.
Okay, so we need to table 181, 1086, and 1647.
And 969?
Yes.
So move, Madam Chair.
I think we should probably work 969. Not sure why that one isn't highlighted in green, Maureen.
The green is not. The green.
Oh,
is
that's
not-
right. Okay.
Don't pay attention to colors.
Okay. Representative Martin, you had a question?
I just moving the table of those four bills.
Fiscal Office Mandy speaking.
Representative Martin, did you want to say something?
Yeah, motion to table
Okay,
those.
I'll be right up to get it. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so your motion is to table 181, 1086 and 1647?
Correct.
I'll second it, Madam Chair.
Is that a complete list, Maureen?
I'm asking Judith to look at the list of those that were advertised for a work session and make sure everything's either been tabled or voted on.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Okay, we'll just take a minute. No rush.
So I have a question.
Sure.
169, what is that categorized as now? Because we didn't table it.
We did not take a vote, right?
We did not take a vote. Was it advertised?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
We should probably vote on that and vote on not to pass.
Do you wish
Senator
a motion?
Davis, would you mind doing that motion?
No, of course not. I move that we are not to pass.
And I would second that motion, Madam Chair.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Thank you. Okay, I have another question.
Sure.
What is 969 categorized as? Is it tabled? It wasn't in the list.
If it wasn't advertised for a work session, we're not going to do anything with it today. We're
Maureen,
just going to leave it
was
alone.
it advertised, Maureen? It was on
Didn't
my
we just
list.
vote on not to pass?
No, 969 was advertised for a work session.
Mhm.
Okay, so I apologize for this might be part of my mix-up because of the list I'm looking at. So if it was advertised for a work session, did we just put it in the motion to table?
No, we did not.
Move to table 969.
Second,
We have another motion on the table, however.
that's right.
969, we should move on not to pass rather than table it.
Want
So
a motion, Madam?
let's table the ones we had the motion. Senator Davis moved to table which three, Judith?
181,
Yep,
1086,
yep,
1647.
okay. So that's, and Senator and Representative Martin
Second.
seconded. So let's dispense with that. All those in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. And Representative Cardone, would you mind retracting your motion on 969 and moving differently?
I withdraw my motion on LD 969 to table, and I move ought not to pass on LD 969.
I
Thank you.
second that motion.
Thank you. Any discussion on that? All those in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for the confusion, folks. Judith, have we addressed in one way or another all of the bills that were advertised for today?
Yes, we did.
Terrific.
Every single one of them.
All right.
I just have one question.
Sure thing.
Kristen, I can't tell because of your background if you're here in the building or if you are somewhere else.
I am not in the building.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So since these were unanimous, I'm sorry, I still have a hard time getting this through my head. Since it was unanimous, do we still have to register our votes in person, or are we done?
You just did. By putting your hand up and I can see you, you registered your vote.
Okay. So because we had no divided reports, we don't have to follow up with a signature or a contact to the presiding officer.
Maureen,
Anybody who's absent needs to register their vote.
Okay,
The jacket only needs to be signed by the chairs
on unanimous reports.
on unanimous reports, correct?
Okay.
So
Representative Cloutier?
thank you, Madam Chair. So because I came in late, I should register my votes with Judith for the bills I missed, or no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
In person. If you can't register your vote with Judith in person tomorrow, then you would have to go through the presiding officers.
Okay. Maureen, so I'm going to close the work session on those bills. Thank you all. And now I'm going to ask Maureen if there's anything you want to share with us about public hearing schedules or anything like that. Is anything public or posted yet?
It is not. We will get an LD today, which is very exciting, and we will be able to do this correctly. And the schedules have been shared with the analysts at OPLA and OPR, and I'm about to send that out to all of you, both the summary schedule, the grid, and the details, which that's where the devil is. And they start on Monday the 28th, and they end I believe Tuesday just before the session, so whatever, the 8th, I think it is. There might be some long days. HHS is being heard in one day. Education is being heard basically in one day, with both of which departmental testimony will be first in the morning and then public starting at 1. Those two hearings will start at 9:30 in the morning, just because we expect the department testimony to take a long time. So the others, there may be multiple joint hearings in a day, so that will be all on the schedule. Hopefully none of the others will be horrendous. But of course, I know you as a committee, you stick with it. I'll wait till the bitter end, as long as people from the public want to testify. They'll be purely on Zoom. So as it was last year for the biennial budget. So like I say, you'll be getting that schedule out as soon as I'm done here. I'll send that to you.
Thank you, Maureen. Even in a long session, putting together this puzzle of us meeting with our colleagues on policy committees is complicated. But in the short session, when the governor's budget doesn't come until February 15th, and analysts are working with their own committees on their own bills, it's quite a puzzle, and Maureen does a great job, but of course it's not all under Maureen's control. We have to wait and hear from other analysts. So hopefully we will have that posted today, and we'll have an LD number. That'd be great.
And I'll also send you the scheduled due dates for report backs, which the chairs have reviewed and agreed to. It's tight for some committees, and the last report back I think is the 22nd, which makes it extremely tight for you as your committee to try to get all of your voting, your daily voting, your piecemeal voting, and then your final vote done, at least somewhat prior to sine die, because as you well know, you also have quite a few bills on the special appropriations table that you'll need to deal with before the adjournment. So I think your busy season is just beginning, starting Monday. So rest up.
And buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle
Ready
up.
for a ride, yes.
Any questions from folks before we finish up for the morning? All right. Thank you, Judith. And thank you, Maureen. Thank you, everybody. And the next time I think we gather as a whole committee will be the beginning of the public hearings for, well, I'm not sure actually, so I'm not going to say anything about that. We're done for today. That's what I know. All right. Thank you, everybody. And
Thank you.
have a good Tuesday.
Senator?